Lads, Ingood Nick here, and today I am so excited because FIFA 19 is nearly upon us. Well, it's nearly upon me right now, but when this goes out in a few days, it will be upon us, it will be out, and today I'm reacting to the Sheffield United new player ratings. Now, you could say that FIFA have screwed us in the past. Fair enough when we were in League One and we were doing terribly, fair enough, I understand that. But when we got promoted from League One to the Championship, even though we had lots and lots of players in the team of the season, they just weren't justified, these ratings, were they? But FIFA have pulled their finger out massively and given our players the bump up they deserve. And today I'm going to be going through each one with you, including a few special ones. So I'm going to be going from highest rated on FIFA 19 to lowest rated on FIFA 19. And not just that, I'm going to be comparing them with their FIFA 18 ratings. Some had 2 cards in FIFA 18, as they played so well in the first half of the season they got an upgrade. So some are going to have 1 card from FIFA 18, some are going to have 2. And let's see together if we agree with them. By the way, let me know in the comments what you thought of these ratings. So first of all, we have Jack O'Connell. Now Jack O'Connell in FIFA 18 had a 64 rated card, a bronze card, which is absolutely scandalous. But as you can see on the screen right now, he went from a 64 to a 71 within a few months on FIFA 18. And pretty much every one of his stats got very much inflated. So his FIFA 19 stats, he's gone up 2 ratings to a 73. I think that's about right, to be honest, because he definitely deserved to get bumped up from 64 to a 71. And yeah, he probably deserved, maybe only 72 actually, because he got the big bump up because they realised that he wasn't a 64 bronze card. Then we move on to the player that I think is probably the best player at the club. Obviously, as you can see right now, had a 69 rated card on FIFA. This is John Fleck we're talking about, obviously. And he's had a bit of a bump up again. He's had 4 rating bump up to 73, which I think is brilliant. His pace has gone up 10, which is mad. I think that just shows that he shouldn't have been 62 pace in the first place, but I don't think he deserves to be 72. I think he deserves to be late 60s, but he's not the quickest of guys. His shooting's only gone up 1, which I think he deserves to go up a little bit more, because he's got a good shot on him. His passing's definitely better than 69, and it's gone up to 72. He's dribbling 74, which is actually quite good for a silver 73 rated midfielder. 77 physical, not sure I agree with that, but fair play, we'll take it. 65 defending, probably could go lower because he's not the greatest at defending. But overall, again, that is a very good card. Next we've got another player in John Egan, who was 71 rated, obviously didn't play for us when he was 71 rated. And he's had a +1 bump up. His stats don't seem to have changed a great deal. His pace has gone down, his passing's gone 1 up, his defence have got 2 up, so to be fair, it looks like he should be a 71. It don't look like he should have gone up, but we'll take it, we'll take it. And I don't know what he was like last season because he played for Brentford. Then we've got the shining light of Sheffield United's season, even though he's only played 4 or 5 games. Ollie Norwood, as you can see on screen, he was 72 rated last season. He had a Brighton card and he had a Fulham card because he played for both of them last season, but because he was actually a Brighton player, I've left the Brighton card on there. He was 72 rated and he stayed 72 rated as well. As you can see, his pace has been bumped down, his shooting's gone up 1, his passing stayed the same, his dribbling's gone down, his physical's gone down, everything seems to have gone down, which is very harsh, seeing as though for the last 2 seasons he's been in promotion winning teams, and his start of the season absolutely brilliant for us. Then we move on to Chris Basham. Now, Basham's been a bit of a funny one because I don't know if it was last season or the season before, he was the highest rated at Sheffield United, which was, don't get me wrong, I love a bit of Chris Basham, but he's by far not the best player. He's got a lot of heart, that boy, but he's not one of the greatest players. He was 68 rated last season. I think he was 70 odd rated the season before. He was 68 rated last season, and he's gone up 4. Yes, that is right. He's gone up 4 ratings to 72, which, don't get me wrong, I love the guy, and he does definitely deserve a bump up, but 4 ratings? I'm not sure about that. Then we've got Leon Clarke. Leon had a massive purple patch last season. So he went from being like a squad player to being a revelation last season. So he obviously went from a 65 rated silver card, the lowest silver card you could get, to a 71 rated card, which he deserved. It was quality. And this year he's gone up 1 more rating, which is probably deserved. So his pace has gone massively down, his shooting's gone 1 up, his passing's gone 1 up, his physical's gone 2 down. Don't matter about his defending, his dribbling's gone 2 up. Again, it's a bit of a funny one. He's gone up, but his stats seem to tell a different story. So yeah, to be fair, it could have been a 70, a 71, I think, but 72, we will take it. Then we have one of my favourite players in the whole squad, Mark Duffy. What a guy, what an absolute legend he is. So he was a 67 rated right mid last season, and to be fair, he did used to be a right mid back in the day, but we've never actually played him right wing. We've always played him as an attacking midfielder, and finally they've given him a position change to a cam, which is brilliant because that's where we play him. And he's gone from a 67 rated card up to a 71 rated card. Again, his pace has been dropped massively. His shooting's gone down, his passing's gone up massively, which is great, which is deserved. His dribbling's gone up massively, which again, definitely deserved. No one can get a ball off him. His defending's gone up for some reason, I'm not sure why, and his physical's gone massively down. I think they just didn't know what it was like, to be fair. I just don't think they knew anything about him. That's probably why his ratings have gone massively up and massively down. So that's Mark Duffy, and yeah, like I say, he's gone up 4 and he deserves it. Then we've got a bit of a funny one. We've got the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Coutts. Right, so he obviously had a great start to the season. He was 66 rated and he went to 71 rated, so he's gone up 5 ratings last season because he had a great start to the season again. But he did break his leg and didn't finish the rest of the season, so he stayed the same. He stayed 71 rated, and I guarantee if Paul Coutts finished the season, he would have at least been a 72, if not a 73. Next we've got a man by the name of David McGoldrick, and last season he had an Ipswich card, as you can see on the screen right now. He was a 72 rated striker, and he's gone down 1, which isn't unbelievable. He obviously wasn't playing for Sheffield United, so I'm not 100% sure, but from what I've heard from Ipswich fans, he had a lot of injuries. I don't think he played a lot of games for Ipswich in the last few years, so he's obviously gone down. He started the season really well, so if EA have seen that, and if he continues, he'll probably at least stay a 71, if not bump up to a 72 or 73. Next we move on to a guy that no one wanted at Bramall Lane, because they were in love with Jamal Blackman. However, he has come into the side and stolen everyone's hearts. Everybody loves Dean Henderson. Right, so Dean Henderson last season, for some reason they've given him a United card. That's obviously because we signed him very, very early on in the season. I think it was actually before the start of the season. Yeah, of course it was. We signed him pre-season, and obviously FIFA 18 was still out then, so they've given him a Sheffield United card. But he was playing for Shrewsbury, and he actually got a Team of the Season card, which I'll quickly put on screen right now. Team of the Season's mean nothing. Team of the Season's, he's played really well, so they bump up his stats massively. But last season he was a 68 rated silver card, and now he's a 70 rated silver card, which he obviously deserves because he got a Team of the Season last season for Shrewsbury. He obviously played really well for Shrewsbury, and he started off the season really well for us. He's made 2 spectacular saves at Bramall Lane, 1 against Norwich and 1 against Birmingham. Both, the Norwich one we went from possibly losing to winning, and the QPR one we would have lost if he'd have not saved that, and we drew. So there's 4 points that he's saved us already. Right, so Enda Stevens went from a 67 rated card to a 70 rated card, which is great because he had a good season last season. A lot of Sheffield United fans wouldn't agree with me, but I think he did. I think he did. And he possibly, maybe deserves a 1-up maybe not a 70. But the thing I love about this is they've changed into a left wing back because we play wing backs, and finally the FIFA are recognising what we're playing. Next we've got the legend that is Billy Sharp, and he stayed exactly the same. He's gone from a 70 card to a 70 card. He's lost a bit of pace, which is probably deserved. He's lost shooting, which that's definitely not deserved. His passing's gone up, his physical's gone down, his dribbling's gone down. Yeah, I think they just didn't have a clue what he was like again. Next we have every Sheffield United fan's favourite fall guy, which is John Lundstram. I've heard we've not got a very good win ratio whilst he's been playing, but I like him. He's a decent enough player. He's always happy to fill in. He's got a good bit of passing on him. He gets stuck in. He'll do for me. So he's in a 1 rated upgrade, which I think is about right. He doesn't deserve any more than that. Probably could have stayed at 68, but 69 is absolutely fine. Next we've got a personal favourite of mine. I didn't like him when he joined the club, but it is Richard Stearman, aka Steer Dog. Now last season he had a 69 rated card and he's kept his 69 rated. He's lost a lot of pace, which is fair, absolutely fair, and nothing else has really changed, so fair enough. Maybe he deserved going down a little bit, but fair enough. He definitely deserves that pace knockdown. But yeah, he had a good end to the season last season. I rated him. Next is the Liverpool loanee, which is Ben Woodburn. He's gone from a left wing card, a Liverpool left wing card, to a cam for us, which is fair enough because that's where we play him, but I found it a bit odd, seeing as though he'd never actually played a game before they gave him this card. But yeah, he's gone up 5 ratings, which I don't know if he deserves. He hasn't shown a great deal of promise yet. Don't get me wrong, he's got potential, he's just not shown anything as of yet. So as you can see, his pace has stayed the same, 1-up shooting, his passing's got better, and his dribbling's got better, but does he deserve a 5 upgrade from looking at those stats? Possibly not, but fair play, they've given it him. It's probably because he's a Liverpool player, to be honest, but we'll not say anything else about that. Next we have Georgie Baldock, and Georgie Baldock has gone from a 65 rated right back to a 68 rated right wing back, which he definitely deserves that, if not even more, if not a 69 or a 70. He had a great season last season, his pace has gone up massively, which he probably deserves. Yeah, shooting same, passing a little bit up, dribbling gone down for some reason, defence gone up, physical gone up. All round, probably agree with that one. We're going to skip over Jake Wright a little bit because he was a 64 rated, he's got to a 68 rated silver, which is deserved because he had a decent run in the team and he played well. And he probably deserves that 68 rated card, but he's not played at all this season. The stats on his card doesn't read right to say that he's got a 4 rated upgrade, but again, it's probably the stats behind the card that they've gone with. Next we've got Daniel Lafferty. We signed him a couple of years ago. He was a left back, 66 rated silver card. He's gone up 1. I don't know if he deserved that. He didn't play a great deal last season, but fair enough if that's what FIFA think. Next we move on to Kieron Freeman. Last season he was a right wing back, which was great. 66 rated, and because he was injured for most of the season, he's kept his 66 rated card. But the way he's gone off this season, he's definitely going up. I would say 68 or 69 next season. Now Simon Moore, he was a 65 rated goalkeeper last season. He's gone up 1. Fair enough, he's not had any football this season, in the league anyway. He doesn't look like he's going to have any more unless something happens to Dean Henderson. Next we move on to a lad that came from Manchester City. Kean Bryan. He was a 61 rated centre back and he's gone up to a 64 rated centre back. So he's still a bronze card. He's one of only 2 bronze cards that we've got. But we've not seen anything of him yet, so let's hope he'll get into the team at some point and then he'll become a silver card next season. Next we have Jake Eastwood. He didn't have much football last season. He was playing on loan at Chesterfield. He was a 55 rated goalkeeper last season, rare goalkeeper. And this season he's a 57 rated bronze card, which obviously he's got a couple of bump up, but hopefully I see a lot of promise in him, so hopefully he'll get his chance at some point, he'll do well and he'll get bumped up. And finally, I've picked 2 X-Blades to go in here. First up we have a Mr. Kyle Walker. Now last season he had an 83 rated right back card for Man City. This season he's jumped up 1, which is obviously difficult. He's not going to be jumping up 2 or 3 like some of the United players have. He's jumped up 1, 84 rated card. He's very, very good, especially for an Englishman, because we don't have a lot of high rated cards on FIFA. And the last but not least, we have Sir Harry of Maguire. Harry Maguire was a 75 rated card at the start of FIFA 18. He then went to a 79 rated card by the end of FIFA. He also had a very good World Cup, and now he's an 82 rated card. So he's gone down in pace, which is a bit random because I don't think his pace is 47. But he's pretty much gone up in everything else because he had such a good season last season and World Cup. So there you go guys, that is it. Whew, sorry I've been talking for a long time. I've actually been talking for 27 minutes. Obviously I'm going to condense it down, cut some bits out, but it's still going to be a very long video. If you are here with me at the end, thank you very much for watching all the way through. I'm guessing you are a Sheffield United fan if you are watching this. So yeah, I might do some predictions at the end of the season to what our players are going to be next FIFA, in FIFA 20. So yeah, if you want me to do that, make sure you smash a like and let me know in the comments. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm not going to keep you anymore. If you haven't liked the video already, make sure you do. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe and stay in good nick.